I want to show you real quick how I'm using the Talon Microscope Code Mapper to solve a bug that I can't really easily figure out via other means. I have an app that runs on an iPhone, and it's an augmented reality app. It's supposed to make this little vehicle here appear in the world, and right now it doesn't work. I don't know why, but it only doesn't work on certain phones. It works great on most phones. I have no idea why it's doing this. So I'm going to use Talon to find out. I know the problem is in this code right here somewhere, or at least I'm pretty sure it is. And so I've gone through and I've created the history system, which I explained on the website in a little more detail. And I got a bunch of these. Basically, it's just going to write out those line numbers. So now we're going to use the Talon website to find out exactly what happened. We're going to click the File Upload button, and then click here, and choose the file, and upload it. And then I'm going to click on the Files icon. And I'm going to pick that file from the list that I just uploaded. Now, if I click on Calls up here at the top, it will separate out the calls so that I can see basically which calls are calling different functions, that kind of thing. Kind of get an idea of how much my code calls back into itself. And if I wanted to, I could walk through this and try to figure out what was going on. I mean, it's exactly the same as my code, only that it's visual and it's a lot easier to see through. But what I'm going to use instead is the history file. So I'm going to click on History, and that brings up the History scrub bar. And I'm going to hit play. And now I'm going to scroll out, and I can see right here that the history file is indicating that something is active right up here at the very top. Quite active, actually. So what I really want to know is where it's most active. So I'm going to use the history color option here, and it tells me that of my entire project, or at least this entire piece of code, we are the most active here on these three. So let's take a look at that and see what that is. We have an update function that calls if placement active is true, and then it calls if Unity Engine event system something or other. Click on info, and I want to find out what that says here. So if this pointer over game object, and it's on line 249. Okay, scroll down to line 249 and see what that looks like. 249. Now what it does is it tries to find the nearest container for that line number. So in this case, I've set it to be 250. That's what line this is on. And 249 is the nearest container, which is this. So this is the one right here. There's nothing wrong with this, but this is also very weird behavior. So what I'm going to do is just comment this out and see what happens. I wonder if this actually changes anything at all. And now I'm going to go build and run that project again. And let's see if it runs. Okay, so we did this before, and we're going to try placing the object. And this time it works. So that was the problem. For some reason, it thought my finger was over a UI object when it was not. Now I don't know why, but now I know what the problem was. See how easy that is? That's all you have to do.